Hey guys, it's JB. Welcome to another fantastic edition of Third Eye Lucid Flow. Thanks for dropping in today. Today we got Larry Bird on tap. Of course, Larry is one of the best players to ever don an NBA jersey. He wore number 33 for the Boston Celtics of the NBA. So we're going to take a look at some of his numbers that surround him in his career. He later went on to be a coach and an executive in the NBA. So he's had quite a storied career. Unfortunately, his father, Joe Bird, passed away when Larry was about 18 years old. So we're going to take a look at that as well. As ruled a suicide, and that's been controversial. And let's get into this here today and check it out. Okay, so Larry, born Larry Joe Bird, December 7th, 56, American former professional basketball player, coach, and executive in the NBA. Nicknamed the Hick from French Lick and Larry Legend, Bird is widely regarded as one of the greatest basketball players of all time. He is the only person in NBA history to be named Rookie of the Year, Most Valuable Player, and Finals MVP. So he also was an All-Star MVP, Coach of the Year, and Executive of the Year when he got a little bit older there. So it looks like he was a local basketball star, highly recruited, initially signed by Bobby Knight, Indiana Hoosiers. Looks like it was too big for him. And then so he went to Sycamores. And he wore number 33 at that university, just to give you a heads up. He was drafted 6th overall in the 78 draft. And his final season, he got to play against another 33, Magic Johnson. So he had the 33 battling out. Johnson was at Michigan State, and that was one of the highest rated games for college basketball ever recorded. Okay, so it looks like he had 13 seasons in the NBA. And let's check out a couple other things here. So, getting to his father in 1975, Joe surprisingly shot himself in the head with a shotgun after police officers showed up at his home looking for child support. Joe told the officer to return later in the afternoon, according to Indianapolis Monthly. Shortly before he took his own life, Joe called his ex-wife to tell her the family would be better without him. So moments after putting the phone down, Joe apparently committed suicide. So I guess Larry Bird didn't talk about that much to his friends and that over the years. So here's Larry shooting a basket with his 33 jersey on. So there's this thing called Winning Time, Season 2, What Happened to Larry Bird's Father, His College Career Explained. So in Winning Time, Season 2, Episode 3, chronicles the early years and rise of NBA legend Larry Bird, who became the highest paid rookie ever. So that's out right now. That's the latest episode on HBO. Winning Time, The Rise of the Lakers Dynasty. Depicts the backstory of NBA legend Larry Bird and his rise to stardom. This article states, did Larry Bird's father commit suicide? ? Battles with alcoholism and more explored in latest Lakers TV series. So back in the day, Magic and Larry in the 80s went at it toe-to-toe. Amazing basketball back in the day, of course, and garnered a lot of interest in the NBA. So, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, those were two guys that were instrumental in helping save the NBA and bring the NBA basically from the basement to where it is today. It states here Larry was 18 when his father Joe drank too much. Talked about potentially killing himself before that. So Joe Bird was 48 when he committed suicide, it states here, on February the 3rd. So on the second month, third day. Just like this. Winning Time Season 2, 3, Episode 3. All right. So Joe Bird was a veteran of the Korean War, and it's speculated that his time in the military may have taken toll. The father of 6. He was a heavy drinker and often unemployed. Some of these guys that raised to stardom here, like, Shaquille O'Neal, Tiger Woods, it's interesting that their fathers are part of the industrial military complex of the United States. Okay, so Larry Bird himself won his 3rd straight MVP award in 1986. The Indiana native Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain as the only players to win the MVP award 3 seasons in a row. So that's huge for Larry Bird. That's a huge stat. MVPs 3 years in a row. There's only 2 other guys, Bill Russell, Wilt Chamberlain, that ever did that. So that's a huge stat. Bird won 3 NBA championships as well. So he won 3 NBA championships and he won 2 NBA MVP awards. Inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame in '98. Had his jersey retired by the NBA Boston Celtics, number 33, at TD Garden in 1993. Coached the Indiana Pacers. As you can see here, Bird served as head coach of the Indiana Pacers from 97 to 2000, so for 3 years. He was named NBA Coach of the Year for the 97-98 season and later led the Pacers to berth in the NBA Finals. And of course, in 2003, Bird was hired as the Pacers' president of basketball operations, and in 2012, Bird was named NBA Executive of the Year, becoming the only person in the league's history to win the NBA MVP, Coach of the Year, and Executive of the Year. So lots of 3 symbologies wrapped around Larry Bird, and he was actually quite famous for popping 3s from the corner. So that was his bread and butter, was the 3 shot. And of course, he wore the number 33. Thanks for your time today. Like, share, subscribe. Have yourself a great day. Peace.